Hi, my name is Pantazi, and I'm bringing you another segment today on Kyusho. And I just came out with a new videotape for the Kyusho Tegumi. As you see it, it's right here from Budo International. And I get a lot of questions on why I'm doing, first of all, Tegumi and Wing Chun, and my reply is why not? Mixing karate and kung fu has been since the beginning of karate. You see that the proponents from China came over to Okinawa, the Okinawans went over to China, the cross-studying back and forth, so it's only logical that if you're doing a karate-based style that you should train a little bit in the kung fu too to get the different attributes that are available in each one. Now this particular one is on the Silam Dao, which is the first form of Wing Chun. And I like using that because I've been working with it for a long period of time, but I equate it to all my different karate styles, whether it's Pangai Noon, which is Wei Chi, whether it's the Shurin Ryu, whether it's the Kenpo, whatever style you study, it all pertains to each other when you start looking at it from the aspect of Kyusho. Now, this one in particular has all the hands of the bubishi. It's a great training device for it, as is the Tensho. And I relate the Tensho and the Silam Dao very similarly. It's because of the hand positions. These are the bedrocks of the martial arts, and this is the way to get to the weaker anatomical targets of the human anatomy. And a lot of people like to put the separations between the two, or all the several arts, in our style does this, our style does that. They all do the same thing. They all are designed to protect yourself against an assailant, however that may work out. And there are different tools to be using it. Now that X hand position, you can see that in karate. Not done the same way in particular, but that's what's beautiful about it. As you can work with these, you can start to see the similarities and then develop different ideas for your own particular art. So it's great that we can play with this, but it all has one common core, and that's the weaknesses of the opponent's body. And we want to make sure that anything we do in our martial style, whether it be from kata or our sparring or techniques or whatever you're doing, even taking it to the grappling positions, you want to make sure that there's a common core so everything rings true for you. And that will give you a more powerful ability, a more powerful skill. You'll have different capabilities within your own style. And that's because we're cross-referencing. And that's why I really enjoy the conventions that we have and the trainings that we have around the world, is because we're not just one style. We all study the Kyusho, but what we do is we make sure that we cross-train. We have Aikido players, we have Tai Chi players, we have Bagua components, we have Wing Chun components, we've got Kempo, we've got American Kempo, we've got Shorin-ryu, we've got Shotokan. We've got them all. We've even got grapplers from BJJ to just common wrestling, Western wrestling, or European type styles like Savat. We have a lot of different stylists. And that's what's exciting, because we'll get together, we'll trade information, we'll go back and forth, we'll practice on one common core or one common target or one common function of the human body, and we'll come at it from our different perspectives. And that's why we also use the study groups, is because we're not trying to teach in any way, even though we do help people learn. We're trying to train with each other and get a great reading on what we're doing and a greater ability because we're cross-training with all these different styles, but with that common core of Kyusho. So that's invaluable to us, and that's what we're aiming at with all of these videos. So take a look at this film and the components of it. Don't just think, okay, I don't do Wing Chun, so why would I bother with this film? There's a lot in it, and it is based on, let's face it, white crane, okay? And if you're a karate stylist, that's what you're doing. You're doing white crane primarily. Very little tiger or any other animal attributes are in there. You're just training with the white crane style of concussion. And this form has it, but I've blended it a little bit. If you just saw that last knockout, so to speak, that was based on compression. That's the tiger's realm. So we have the white crane of this Silam Dao, but integrated into that is the black tiger because it's in all. So thanks for watching. I hope you got some ideas out of this, and I'll be back in a little while. You take care.